How's it going, everyone? Got a rejection on the dollar. I think this is where the retracement was on the daily, and it just popped over. Came for a double bottom, got rejected big time right there. And that's 109.90. Oh, it's a little bit lower, but anywho's dollar is rejected today. Dollar is rejected. So far today, we're opening down. So it looks like it's flowing towards support, its natural course of return, but no bullish retracement. That was failed. We're still working on support levels here. So plenty of room for to come back into support, gather its legs, and try again. But we still are working with a head and shoulders top left, head, right shoulder, and then the double top rejection over the 34. So we'll keep a watch on it. Like I said, we opened down so far. S&P. S&P still has that reverse head and shoulders, but it's not doing so well. It's creeping and creeping and creeping. Let's watch this. Reverse head and shoulders at a top pattern fail. Because reverse head and shoulders are bottom patterns. They're not top consolidation patterns. Anything's possible. But look how steep that line is. As I mentioned before, the steeper the line, the less support. The prices always seem to just slice right through that steep line. The Dow, same thing. Looking for previous low breaks. Watch out below. It's kind of a weird reverse head and shoulders there. But still, we got a long line of support here. Watch out below if that cracks over. Again, they're very, very steep lines. Very, very, very steep. It's like straight up. So previous high breaks at 18.6. I got 20,000, probably a good, nice, sizable break at 20,000. But it has to break first, still above support. I mean, how many times is it coming to support and just surprised everyone and kept going straight up? It's just crazy, but that's how it is. Especially with all the retail stores closing this year. I think this is all made up funny money. Consumer confidence, jobs. It's all a big fat lie. I don't remember the last time I bought a big ticket item besides a house, but my car's cheap, paid off, no credit cards. Watch out below. Doesn't look good. I think it's bearish, 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 and it's creeping, creeping, creeping towards support. Let's see if support will hold. Another steep line. Just straight up steep lines. And it's just not practical. It's got to come and breathe. Can't just go straight up. That's an exhaustion move. Got a left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Another reverse head, shoulders, breaking the neckline. So this looks like pattern break time. Let's see, we got support down here. We got the 34 sitting right below that. And previous high breaks is at 51.64 all the way. If it breaks into there, it goes all the way to the next range into about 5,075. So look out below. Looks like a top pattern is forming. See, looks like the VIX took off. It's the S&P volatility index. Pretty nice. Just really shot right outside of that pattern. Nice throwback. Caught itself at support, just took off. That was that slingshot effect. Here's the start of the rubber band, and they just pulled it all the way back and just let it rip. Looks like crude is turning over, and I can see some retracement coming out of this thing. I got a hanging man. This is today's candle on the new open today. That was yesterday's candle, so it looks bearish. Watch out for previous lows. I got support at the 8 and the 34 right below it. So it looks like a bullish retracement's coming in. Right now it's holding that support line. Watch for a retracement on crude. Looks like coal took a step down today. Looks like the right shoulder's pulling back. Here's the left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Let's see how far they pull it back. It's not good that it's closing on its lows, but look on the open as it might just double back and complete that right shoulder, no problem. But closing on its lows, that means the momentum is pointing down. So let's see if momentum carries or it reverses on a dime. Nothing much going on there. Still trying to break out, but it's got to gather its legs again, it looks like. Try again. We got a pattern forming. Let's see that other one. Looks like it's building. May need to gather its legs a little bit, maybe come back into the trend line. Looks like it tried once, tried twice, got rejected twice. So it's got to gather its legs. Maybe that's a reverse head and shoulders over that top pattern there. Look out below on treasuries. It broke down the 34, came into resistance, got rejected. Came into resistance, got rejected. Came over the 8 and got rejected. So look out below. We are closing a higher low, but take previous low breaks on the downside. Looks like the bearish retracement's catching up to it. There's a flag, there's a flag. Look out below. Broke previous breaks. Nikkei. Oh, Nikkei's just gapping. This is today's candle. This was yesterday's candle. I had to start the video over again because I got interrupted. And this is a live feed, so it won't let me pause it. But that I was saying in the previous video that it gapped down, made a hammer, and then I was saying, let's see how it opens, and it just gapped down again. So I was saying, is that a hammer or is that a hanging man as it got bearish retraced back into the previous lows? And obviously, can't go back and show you that, but watch out below. I got support lines. 18.2, it's coming below into the next range. So look for this to come into the next range. I've got support at 18. Doesn't look good for the Nikkei. Totally gapped down. Might get a retracement back into resistance, no doubt. Steel just took a huge step down, closing a higher low, but closing on its low. So not sure if that's one of those turn on a dime opens when it just opens at its low and climbs all the way back up. Not sure about that, but watch for previous low breaks, as that could have been the bearish retracement. Had some high hopes for steel, but looks like it's not doing very well. Below all the averages. Lots of resistance on its way up. Closing on its lows does not look good. It did. The only thing positive is it's closing a lower high. Or, excuse me, higher low. Gold. Excuse me, I'm exhausted. Broke previous highs, broke into previous lows. We're climbing, broke previous highs here. Look for resistance in and around the next previous lows. Looks like 1300 on its way to 1300. 1286, no problem. Let's hit 1300 and talk. See what's going on. I got 1300 resistance up to 1314. If it passes 1300, or 1302, I got support levels here. Looks like we've got support on the previous high. Let's do it. Watch for any kind of retracement. Gather its legs, keep on going. Buy the dips, as they say on the bullish market. Silver. Looks like silver on a daily is putting in a double top, so it's got to take out that top, definitely. That top is 1850. I didn't realize we're all the way up to 1850. Dang. Had a spurt of energy at the end of the day. Looks like it's coming back into support. Old previous highs, old previous highs. I got 1843, 1841, and obviously that 1260 is a very nice support line. Or no, that's for gold. Not sure where that support line's coming from. It doesn't look like it's on target. Yeah, look for it to come back into support lines. Nothing wrong with coming in to gather its legs again. Right now it needs to take out that double top. It's putting in a double top at 1850. So one more time at 1850. $18.20 support. Let's call it previous highs 1840, previous highs 1830, previous highs is 18. Let's just call it 1830, 1820. See if we can hold support. Silver. Silver's a monster. Let's look at the weekly charts on those two. Bam, bam. Breaking previous highs. Take the previous high breaks and take a ride. What do you got to say? What do I got to do? Look at gold, just takes off. Woo. Nice. Nice long-term charts. Let's see how the monthly's looking. Nice breakout above that 8. That's what we were waiting for. Nice pinch. All the averages right there, and it pinched. Price had to make a decision. Up or down, up or down. There she goes. And then silver. Silver's lacking. It's over the 8 still, though. Breaking previous highs, almost. There she blows. 1850 is a mark. 1850 over here, 1850. I was listening to Bix Weir today. He's like, oh, yeah, 1850, who cares? It's all technical analysis doesn't work. I'm like, are you kidding me? 1850 all the way across the chart. 1850 is the mark. 1850 and above. Let's start this train. Copper. Copper looks like it wants to come back in. Is that today's candle? Because I didn't remember doing that. Copper's breaking down. It's taking another leg. Let's see, support lines at 243. I got previous highs at 232. 245. If that breaks, it goes into next previous highs. So watch out below. I think the long-term chart says it wants to come back into support. That was a nice run it had off the bottom. And ultimately, we have a reverse head and shoulders forming on a long-term chart. So this is the bullish retracement on the long-term chart back into support. Let's see where it catches. I'm hoping that this is going to churn real quick to follow gold and silver on the way up. All right, miners, where are you at? Nice bump today. Just about 1%. That's not big. For the week, it looks very good. Looking for bigger bumps on these. It's going to get volatile, guys. It's going to get very volatile. Watch those big swings. Get out of the way. Buy the dips. Lots of head fakes coming. Nice cup and handle break. So initial, I'm just going to say initial pattern measured move. I think cup and handles, I could be wrong. Someone could look that up. Encyclopedia Chart Patterns PDF. I think measured moves on cup and handles is 2.5 times. So let's just write where resistance is. Just a good guesstimation. All right, so we got previous lows coming in. Previous low gap at 25. Looks like between 25 and 25.50 is a gap. So get in that gap, hit the other side of that gap, and resistance will hit, probably take hold. Looks like 25.70. See what happens. Nice runners. Watch for some gap and runs. Nice cup and handle break. Broke, came in to support, boom. 1-2 punch. Love that. Love it. GDX, same thing. Broke the pattern, came in, boom. Closing on its highs. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Use previous lows and the gaps as your resistance lines. Sell into resistance. Buy the dips. That's how you win. That's how you win. Sell into resistance. I got gap resistance, 38.50. I got gap resistance at 40. I got previous high breaks at 38.30. Let's see if we can get over previous highs, get into the long-term downtrend there. I should take a lot of these lines out, but take care of my crap. Watch it break outside that pattern. So close. It's going to be so sweet to watch this thing break out. Boom, boom. Can't wait. Nugget. Boom. See how fierce these things come out of the blocks. JNUG still Still, well, it was very volatile actually today. It's the same kind of breakout for everybody, but the range on this thing was weird today, right? It broke out, ran, came into support all day, and then the last couple hours, boom, into resistance, previous highs, but boom, boom. I'm waiting for that 40% move on JNUG, but everyone might be right. That reverse split coming. I think the big boys are shying away from this one. We will see. And I have no idea why they would reverse split something that's a derivative of a derivative of a derivative. So retarded. Anyway, if anyone can explain that to me, I would gladly appreciate it. But who in their right mind needs to reverse split a derivative of mining stocks? So retarded, so fake. But it is three times the bull. I haven't seen that 3 times yet, but here it comes, I bet. And bitgold is coming out of that large wedge, that rising wedge that we talked about. It's coming right outside of it. Be careful, watch out below. These are very strong patterns on the break. That's just a rising wedge, and it's breaking over. So Bitcoin, I got support lines everywhere. I got previous highs. Let's stay above 1160. 1160 is the breakout point, so let's stay above that. Let's stay above 18 or 1160. But once it gathers its legs, I'd watch out because it's still bullish. Still bullish. And you never know. I mean, it might just, something bad could happen and good news comes out for something and wham, bam, thank you, man. Watch out for previous high breaks. That previous high break is going to be a monster whenever that happens. Let it gather its legs. Let it try again. We got major support at 1150. So maybe we'll dip. Let me see. All right, let's just look at a couple of equities. AG minor. Nice, coming through. Let's break across that balance point, that the reverse head and shoulders neckline. Let's break above that. Let's get this thing rocking. AG did so well last run, you can see. Let's take a look at that daily. Never neglect the bullish retracements to let it breathe. When prices get too far extended from the averages, they seem to come back in. So let's not get out of hand. Let's mosey on up, pulling the averages with us. Let's not get a crazy breakout and then have to come all the way back in. I call that the price elasticity. I know it's probably wrong in other terms, but when the price is too far from my averages, prices tend to pull back into support. Someone mentioned NAK had a pop after hours yesterday. I did not see it, but I did see it this morning. Nice bottom. Beautiful. Looks like it was up about 30% today. Nice gap and run. That's what a gap and run looks like right there. Reverse head and shoulders bottom, neckline break, bam. Look for a retracement back into support. Look how far away it is from its averages. Now, if it keeps going, the averages will be pulled up, but I just noticed that over the 34, it needs to come back into the 34, allowing for the averages to come back in. So hang on a second, I gotta answer this message. So again, look for some kind of a pullback into support, but you know, who knows? I mean, if it's really strong, nice volume break. If it's still strong on the volume, it will tend to pull averages up to meet it. Remember, the price makes those averages, not the other way around. I thought I saw URE. Nope. URE came back into support for gather its legs. Nice bullish retracement, hard and fast. Buy into the support levels. Nice little support levels here. Broke, came into support right away. Could be a mover. IVP, Ivanhoe, IVPAF, broke previous highs. I think we talked about that yesterday. Pretty nice. And I think that's it. I'm pretty exhausted nowadays. I gotta figure something out. I do need to start exercising so I can have more power at the end of the day. So if I'm exhausted at the end of the day tomorrow, just know that I need to start exercising. Maybe you can remind me. I don't know. I need a trainer myself. I'm not exactly overweight, but definitely out of shape. Boom, 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 boom. Nothing unusual going on. Apple, Google, I'm watching for those two to fall over. All right, well, I'll see you guys. Appreciate it. Let me know what's going on out there, and I'll talk to you soon.